Hello, my name is Claudio Catrillo, a surveying engineer from BMP's Technical Support Department, and today we are going to carry out a bathymetric survey here at the Carén Lagoon using our HydroBoat 990 from the SatLab brand. In this case, we will name it Carén Lagoon, BMP. And I'm going to set the coordinate system to UTM WGS 84, Zone 19 South. We start the job. The solution was configured beforehand. However, we can go to the gear icon and check the status of the internal network configuration, which in this case is SatLab 990, channel 0, frequency 459.225. In this case, under safety parameters, I can set the low battery threshold. We'll leave it at 20%, or we could even lower it a bit more. Because we are in a relatively controlled area, I'll set it to 15%. Or we could even leave it at 10. I'm going to deactivate the obstacle avoidance system because it has a 10-meter range and could interfere with the survey. But in this case, I'm in a controlled environment, so it's not a problem. And in the hover option, it helps the boat maintain its position and stay still at a fixed point, with anti-stuck protection. And in case the connection is lost, the boat will return immediately. We press OK to set that up. We check the camera's safety settings, we can activate it and view what's being shown on screen. If you look at the boat, it's moving slightly while maintaining its initial position. In this same case, we can go back to the gear icon and select other parameters, such as distance, for example, the point marking interval. We'll set it to 1 meter. And we'll click OK. With that, I can now proceed to the design phase. We can see the echogramma on screen, along with the depth, power, gain, threshold, and range. In this case, I've set them to automatic so that the boat detects these parameters on its own without our interference. If there's too much noise, we could adjust some parameters to correct it. In this case, I'll also set the return point again so that the boat comes back to it once the mission ends. On the mission interface, we can design the route by marking points. Today, I prefer to select the auto mode and manually guide the boat to the points I consider appropriate. We will show in a simple and user-friendly way how to process a bathymetric survey using our HydroBoat 990 and the SL Hydro software. First, once we've completed the survey with the HydroBoat 990, we transfer the data to our PC. From there, we open the SL Hydro post-processing software. In the menu, we select our project and then choose Import to load our work. We locate the file, open it, and click Open. At the top of the screen, you'll see that we're now working on our project. You can also check the geodetic session to verify the coordinate system we're using and ensure everything is correct. Next, we go to the sampling option and select the line we want to process, in our case, line 1. We can also adjust the measurement interval by time, by point, or by depth. The vertical red lines on the screen represent the sampling area. Since our survey was conducted in RTK mode, we select the RTK position filtering option for greater accuracy. Now, we can see the coordinates, elevations, and the depth of the lagoon bottom in more detail. It's important to mention that the data may contain some noise, such as small spikes or anomalies, which could be caused by objects in the water, fish, or the muddy type of bottom we're working with. To clean this data, we use the filtering option, where we select the filtering level, low or high, and apply the changes to obtain a cleaner survey. Once the data is processed, we can save and close the project. Returning to the main menu of the software. From there, we go to Results, adjust the contour interval, and click Calculate to view the digital elevation model. To export the data, we click on the Residential Manager icon at the top. In the window that appears, we select Export and then Output. We choose the user-defined option to select which data we want to export, such as codes, north coordinates of the water level, and height and depth of it. We select the output path to export our work. Then we click the Start button to export it to this folder. Once this is done, we can verify that the survey has been saved correctly by opening it in Excel or, in this case, in Notepad. There, the format and order in which we exported the information will appear. We can also export here in DXF format. For this, in Raster Manager we choose DXF, select the destination folder, name our file, and press Start. Finally, in the working folder we will find our DXF file, which we can open in any CAD program to view our survey with all coordinates and details. And that's it. This is how easy it is to process and export your bathymetric surveys with SatLab HydroBoat. And with this, we conclude our bathymetric survey using our SatLab HydroBoat 990 equipment.